Scott Mills has made a return to the airwaves as he replaces radio presenter Steve Wright on Radio 2. The longtime radio host left his role as a presenter on BBC Radio 1 in August 2022 after 24 years at the station to move on to new ventures. He hosted his final Scott Mills show on August 25 alongside co-presenter and friend Chris Stark, with the final song played on the show being Night Changes by One Direction. But why is Scott Mills replacing Steve Wright, and how did he rise to fame? Here's everything you need to know. Why is Scott Mills replacing Steve Wright? The DJ left Radio 1 in August to switch over to Radio 2 and take over Steve Wright's early afternoon slot. Steve, who spent 23 years at the radio station, announced he would be stepping down from daytime radio in September when Scott announced he'd be taking over. Scott said in his final show on Radio 1, "Time actually does fly when you're having fun, and that's certainly been the case over the past 24 years at my beloved Radio 1. The station I pretended to be on in my bedroom from the age of 6. The station I told my mom I wanted to work at, but never in a million years thought I would." Scott and co-presenter Chris have been replaced by Dean McCullough and Vicky Hawksworth. They present the Monday to Thursday, 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. slot, which is broadcast from Salford. How did Scott Mills rise to fame? Scott was born in Southampton, Hampshire, on March 28, 1974. He always aspired to become a radio presenter, and at the age of 16, he bagged his first role at a local station called Power FM. He started out with the graveyard shift slot of 1 a.m. to 6 a.m., 6 nights a week, making him the youngest radio presenter in the UK at the time. He then got a role as drive-time presenter due to the success of his late-night show. As his career progressed, he moved on to the likes of GWR-FM in Bristol and Piccadilly Key 103 in Manchester. Whilst at the Manchester station, he exclusively interviewed Robbie Williams on his departure from Take That. In 1995, he was asked to join the new London station Heart FM, hosting live events in Battersea Park, Hyde Park, and a special on-stage appearance in the middle of Covent Garden. During this time, he also made regular appearances on Sky News and BBC Three's Upstaged. In 1998, Scott was approached by the Radio 1 Early Breakfast show, which he hosted until he took over the weekend afternoon shows in January 2004. The afternoon slot then became The Scott Mills Show. In July, Scott announced that he would be departing Radio 1 alongside co-presenter Chris, with their last show airing a month later. Read next.